Hello, everybody, and welcome to another MyMusic. Today, I'm very honoured to be speaking to the wonderful Ava, who is coming from. Where are you coming from, Ava? Where in the
Wirral.
country? The Wirral,
Yeah.
which is, some would say, the better side of the Liverpool area. But we shan't say that because that could upset people. Controversial as it is, we should be talking to Ava about her wonderful journey in music so far and where it's going. The fact that she's had Radio 1 airplay, and yet, astonishingly, this is her first ever podcast. The little ding gave it away. We'll be back to talk to Ava straight after this.
Keep on, don't stop. Keep on, don't stop. Keep on, don't stop.
Ava, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yes. What a great name. Ava Fitz.
Yeah.
Or Ava Fitz. Or,
Ava. Yeah.
I know. But Ava Fitz could be quite an interesng business name,
Yeah.
couldn't it?
Whatever you like.
I have a fits about this. I have a fits about that. When did you first start playing music?
Oh well, I've been singing since I came out the womb. Really, I'd always like hum to like anything, or like I've always wanted to be a singer. But when I was like 14, that was the first time I picked up a guitar. And as soon as I did that, I kind of just like felt the need to write. And it became hobby ever since. So yeah.
Now, you've managed already at your tender age to get play on Radio 1. How did that come about?
Well, I did an open mic at the Jacaranda in Liverpool, and it was for Radio 1, and there was people from Radio 1 there, and they listened to me, and from that I also got like another gig at the Jacaranda, so it was quite a good like open mic. It was a good opportunity. But yeah, I got an email like a week after saying that they wanted to play my song, Without You. So yeah, that was a shock, but yeah.
Well, it's amazing because most artists, all right, the BBC, by the way, you do a wonderful job of helping young musicians out there. It's one of the best things we have in the country, I believe. It's one of the main reasons you should pay your license fee, right? If not for the TV, not for anything else, but for keeping young musicians going through being supported, and especially, BBC introducing, and that's the thing. A lot of young musicians do get picked up by BBC introducing and then played on local radio stations, whatever.
Yeah.
But get on Radio 1, that normally takes some time. That's normally like the next step up, but you straight there.
Yeah,
right?
It was crazy. I was really shocked. Like, I was absolutely made up because I feel like there's no point in making music if it's not going to get heard. Like, and especially like I try to write songs that have important meanings behind them. So like to be able to have that voice and for it to be shared on like national radio, like it's insane.
Now look, no musician likes comparisons, right? But at the same time, it's sometimes useful to make them for people, right? Because listeners may not have heard of you, Ava.
Yeah.
Shocking that it is, if that's the case. Right. After today, they will have done, right? and we won't have any problems. But the first time I heard you and I heard your song that you're talking about for the Radio 1, etc., and I listened to that and it took me back, right?
Yeah.
Early 1990s in a venue in Newcastle. Belly were playing, they were headlining, they were the main band. The support band, can you guess who I'm going to say the support band were?
The Zombie.
The Cranberries.
The Cranberries. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right. Yeah. The Cranberries were the
Yeah.
support band. They just released their debut album. Yeah.
Yeah. I do get that quite a lot.
I am not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
I get told.
Were they some band that were a big influence on you? Was Dolores's voice a big influence on you in the way that she sang, or literally had you kind of like never been on your radar, and then you started producing your music, and then people went, "Do you know who you sound a bit like?"
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really listen to the Cranberries.
There you go. You see, that's amazing.
Yeah. So it was kind of just, and then I did hear it after, and that's kind of scary because it's like people say like you shouldn't really be too much like someone. So I've like, I don't know, people have said like maybe that's a bad thing, but I feel like my style of music is a lot different than hers was. So I feel like that's enough of like a difference, I guess.
Do you know what? I think that, do you know what? You don't need to listen to too much of that, right? Because Dolores's voice is quite revered, right, as being one of the most interesting, unique, talented, and beautiful voices that we have had over the last 50 years or so. And so, do you know what? If people make that comparison, Ava, just take it and go, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a compliment. I definitely take it as a compliment.
Absolutely. It's a compliment. But also, I think she would have been proud of you as well, because you're a great writer. And the Cranberries wrote some amazing songs as well.
Yeah.
And you're writing amazing songs with amazing melodies. Where do you think that melodic ear comes from?
Well, it's weird. I don't really have much of a musical family. I've had like great nans who were like singers, but not really. But yeah, it's weird. It just kind of like comes to me. Like I'll be playing guitar and then a melody will just like pop in my head. Like yeah, it's kind of a very natural process. I don't really know how
this is fun. This is really fun, right? Because I interview a lot of musicians on here, and quite often they go, yeah, my mum and dad were really into music or whatever. I don't relate to that because my mum and dad weren't into music. They were dire when it came to music, and I've said that many times on here. But this could be really fun, right? So you know that like you've got grandparents that may well have been musical and involved in music, right? When you become famous, Ava, which will happen, right? Because let's face it, you're already on Radio 1. Look, you're already on Radio 1 now. Next year, Taylor Swift has just dropped her, the fact that she's got a new album coming out.
Yeah.
She needs, apparently, Ava may well be up for, amongst all of the other people up there, but of course, Ava's going to put them to the post. You may well be up for the support slot. Who knows? I'm just saying, Taylor, if you're listening. But say that happens, and you end up supporting Taylor next time around or whatever, and suddenly the world knows you or whatever. You know what will happen next? You've got to say yes to it, right? Because of what you've just said. That who do you think you are? That program where like they do the family history, and you'll discover probably that one of your great grandparents or whatever was some kind of musical genius. It's bound to be there, isn't it?
Definitely. I've always been told that my great nan had like a really good voice, but yeah, I hope to go on one of those shows. I feel like that would be helpful. Like,
wouldn't that be lovely?
Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah. Do you like stories? I mean, it seems from your words and everything that you put into your songs, you quite like stories. Are you a words person first before melody? I mean, how does the construction of your songs come together?
It's gonna sound weird, but so I always start with guitar, and then the melody will come to me first, and then I'll record that and listen to it over and over again, and I'll kind of hear words. I know that sounds weird because it's like gibberish, but I can hear words, and then I write loads of random words down and kind of just piece them all together, and then a meaning just kind of shows through. So I never like sit down and have an intention to like write something about something. It just kind of all comes together by itself.
So you like verbalize sounds, and those sounds then kind of turn into words, and then do you then have to like then go back over those words and try and then make more sense of them?
Yeah. It's trickier because it's like I've got to fit words into the melody, because I feel like that's the way that I can get my voice to sound the best, because I'll be like, the sounds are like I'll make sure the words match the sounds, and it's like, yeah, it's a long process, but
that is a long process.
Yeah,
I love that whole process though. Give us a little insight into that with what you've written so far. What was the most difficult word to try and get into a song?
Oh,
just one word.
I've just released a single called Viva la Luna.
Yes.
And in the chorus, that Viva la Luna, I couldn't think of anything for that like part, so that's why I went into a different language.
There you go.
And sometimes that's just what you've got to do. If it sounds good, then you've got to keep it that way. But yeah, I started with those words, and then the song came together around it.
I love the artwork for that, by the way, as well. It's like an eye and whatever.
Yeah.
Who came up with that?
My dad. My dad does art. So
hi, Dad.
Yeah. Yeah. When I reach my fame, I hope to advertise him and his art.
You won't need to. It will just be there.
Yeah.
You know, your dad's gonna like really enjoy his second wind as well as like the world wants. What's his first name?
Jeff.
The world wants Jeff to do their album covers. Yeah. Jeff, you're sorted, mate. Absolutely sorted, right? You know, what can I say? By the time you reach next 5 years, you'll be living in a castle off the back of your album covers.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. What is the great ambition for Ava? What's you know, are you quite keeping your head realistic in terms of the expectations of where this is going, or do you have big dreams?
I feel like if I kept realistic, I wouldn't achieve anything.
Right answer.
Yeah. I feel like you have to push for those big goals. Like I want to reach as many people as I can.
Yeah.
Like I want to be really big. I just want as many people to hear my music, because like as I said before, like I feel like there's no point in like making it. It is therapeutic, but I write it for the aim for people to hear it and get the messages that I want to put out. So it's definitely fame I'm going for. I just love music, so I'll be happy with whatever happens, but as long as I'm doing music, I'll be happy.
Now listen, and I'll ask you a little bit more about that ambition in a minute, right? But I was watching last night before I was trying to get to sleep. I don't know whether you do this, but I just sometimes doom scroll Instagram, looking at like people talking about music, right? Or listening to music as well. And I came across a clip of Sting, Sting, who was in the Police and whatever, right, talking about almost, I think the caption on it was, did Sting just say that modern music was rubbish without saying it was rubbish? Something like that. Now, he was talking about back in the day when he wrote, you know, he was writing all of the hits and everything, that he always loved having that middle eight in there because it's kind of, he said it was a respite from the rest of the song, so that the song would be like, oh, woe is me, I'm breaking up with my girlfriend again, and then like, oh, she does my head in, and then the middle eight would come in, and it would give almost an optimism,
like a silver lining.
Like a silver lining. And he said so much of modern music is just, it misses out the middle eight, so it just goes in a circle, and there feels like there's no escape. But I feel like when I listen to your music, there's escape. Are you conscious of that?
No, but I appreciate that. Well, I tend to, in most of my songs, do a middle eight sort of. But yeah, with most of my songs, there's always a positive like outcome to them. Like,
Love it.
I like to make my songs bright, like as if, yeah, there is a way out of the dark, and like, yeah, I like to give people hope through my music.
There you go. Sting, we're just going to tag you in, right? If you give Ava a listen. If you like her, just let people know. Wouldn't hurt, would it? So on that great ambition side of things, I mean, as a young person listening to music yourself, what is out there that at the moment? I mean, there's some great new bands and artists out there at the moment. Brilliant. And I've had the pleasure of talking to so many of them on this over the last few years. Who out there at the moment has really inspired you? Not necessarily even someone that's made it, but is on their way up or whatever, that you feel like really speaks to you as an artist?
Yeah. Well, there's loads of artists that I've met in the Liverpool music scene as well. Like, who haven't like made it, but like their positivity and like the way they go about doing their music. Like, have you spoken to Jamie Higgs, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a good mate of mine. Yeah, he's stuck by me and like supported me. I met him through Primal Live, which is a competition we did, Battle of the Bands.
He just seems like a genuine fella as well.
Yeah, he's lovely. But it's people like that who are just kind of like the same level, and it just like makes you feel like you have hope. There's also, do you know Lissy Taylor?
Mm.
Yeah, she just got signed to Universal.
She has indeed,
yeah. That's insane. I went to see her in Featured like a year ago, and I spoke to her a little bit. But yeah, she's definitely an inspiration of mine. Because I've seen her like from when she was like.
Well, Lizzie's been on here, and Lizzie is due to come back again sometime soon.
Amazing!
So that will be. I'm looking forward to that. We've just got to sync diaries and all of that.
Yeah,
malarkey. But yeah, fantastic talent. And
yeah, she's amazing.
And deserved it. To get where she is.
Definitely.
Do you feel like Liverpool's really, I mean, Liverpool's always been a great musical city, but do you feel like Liverpool really is on the cusp of, something even better at the moment musically? It seems at the moment there's just a lot about to come out of Liverpool.
Yeah. I do feel like there's constantly new people that I'm like seeing at open mic nights and stuff. They're just, there's so much more talent, and it feels like Liverpool's really embracing the music industry now, which I feel like it's definitely grown like a lot. I feel like it's a really good place to be for music.
Cool. In terms of outside of Liverpool, where have you managed to get to with your music?
Well, I'm about to move to London, so yeah. So hopefully,
that's gonna be a bit of a culture shock, surely.
Yeah,
have you been to London like on a regular basis? Do you know?
Recently, yeah, because we've just bought a flat. But yeah, I've been a few times because I got into the Brit School. So yeah.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you. So yeah, that was a shock because only 3 people outside of London get in. So yeah, that was a bit crazy. But yeah, I hope to get known around there. We've got our flat and everything. So at the end of this month, we're moving down.
Well, look, loads of people have come out of the Brit School and have gone on to successful careers. Who out of the Brit School over the, in the past few years, would you love to come back and do a session with you at Brit School? Shh, Brit School, I hope you're listening.
Ray.
Oh,
I love Ray. She's a genius, and I feel like her confidence as well is something that I really admire. I hope that Brit School gets that out of me somehow, because I feel like everyone who's came out and like became successful has this big personality. It's like, yeah, But yeah, I love writing their music.
Well, can I just say to you, look, before we I hope you don't mind me saying this. Before we started this today, right? I'd listened to Ava's music. I'd seen her videos, etc., which are tremendous, by the way. If you I have subscribed today to your YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to your YouTube channel yet, please do, and go and support Ava on all of the platforms, right? But you see this confident young lady making this music and whatever, and you might assume that she'd be like, really great at public talking or whatever. This is her first podcast, and I have to say, I think you're doing amazingly well. I think what you need to do is just do more of it.
Yeah, definitely.
You just need to do more of it, because you can totally handle yourself that side of the microphone, talking about yourself, right? The more you do it, the better you'll get.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So yeah, don't underestimate your ability. Just put yourself in. You know what they say? Every day, do something that scares you. It's a true thing. It's a true thing. So do more of it. Scare yourself a little bit. You will get better and better and better. Yeah. And one day, you'll be on Radio 1, maybe presenting your own show about music and playing your own music as well. Who knows? There we go. It can happen.
Yeah.
What's round the corner for Ava? What's coming up next? Because there must be a battle plan. And so you say you've just released the new song, or you're about to. Have you released it?
It's just came out. Yeah, it's just hit 1,000 streams, so that's good.
It is, but it's not good enough. You people stream it. We will be putting a link, and you're going to stream it. 10,000 by the end of the week, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, of course.
The same weekend I recorded that song, I've recorded another song as well, with Sugar House. So, so that will be coming out soon as well. But yeah, I'm not going to say much about that. But yeah, I'm going back to the studio soon as well. Doing 2 more songs, and then I've got my headline gig in the Arts Club Loft on the 24th of October, which I'm very excited about. And Miles Temper's supporting me, who's a really great artist from Liverpool. He's got an insane voice, and he's really good at writing. So yeah, that will be a fun night.
Now listen, obviously with this show as well, we've had a lot of artists on from the London area. So one of the things I'd like to do is say, if you are from the London area, you're an artist, you've been on the show before, I'll knock on the door of some of them afterwards as well, just to wake some of them up. But and you've got nights that you're doing in London, and you can give Ava an opportunity in London. Let her know, because she'll be in London soon, right? And she's about to take the world by storm. All right, and you can benefit. Ava can benefit. Everybody can benefit. It would be good. Oh, by the way, I need to say to you, your dad with the art as well, is he doing T-shirts as well? Is he going to start doing? Because you got to have merch, Ava.
I haven't got any merch yet. That far ahead. I know. Yeah, I'll tell him off. I'll get him to get onto that.
Yeah. If you're a company out there and you'd like to sponsor Ava's merch, just
that would be great.
You can do it. If you'd like to do it without any kind of awful branding anywhere, right? So that Ava can just get on with it, just as a tax dodge or something. Just let Ava know, or Ava's dad know. That would be good as well. What's the song that you haven't written yet that you'd love to write?
Oh, well, that's a very good question. I always feel like there's a song that I've not written, but I can vision it, but I just can't get it out.
Feel it
really
cool.
Annoys me.
Yeah.
But I always try and it just doesn't come out. But I know for a fact that I feel like give it a year and it will come out. And is it a happy song? Is it a sad song? Is it going to make us cry? Is it going to make us laugh? Is it something that make us dance, or is it something that make us just yell? Or I feel like it's a mixture. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster, I feel like
Wow.
I need to write something a bit more unique. I want to write something like that no one like will have ever heard something like it before. Like I just want to be like,
What? So
different.
a bit like when I'm not saying it's like this, but you know, a bit like when Queen did Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. Maybe not that crazy.
Not that grandiose,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
but maybe something where people go, oh, hang on,
yeah,
you know, maybe it starts like folky or whatever, and then goes a bit more sort of grungy indie, and then suddenly drum and bass, and then it's like everybody's like, Ava's just done drum and bass in the middle of it. Yeah.
I just want to be as like experimental as possible, and like because I feel like I'm very lucky to be so young, like because I've got quite a lot of time to like find myself and like what I want to do. So
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. It's quite interesting when when people talk about music, it always makes me think of other music as well.
yeah,
And when you were talking earlier about the way that you write and the fact that you're trying to get like sounds into shapes, if you like, because you're trying to make those sounds into words and whatever. And I was immediately thinking, I don't know whether you've listened to them or not, but I was immediately thinking of Liz Fraser and the Cocteau Twins. Have you ever listened to the Cocteau Twins?
I love them. Yeah, I used to listen to them quite a lot. But yeah, I think like we have quite a similar vibe. They're kind of the vibe I want to go for in a way. Like
yeah, a little bit out there.
Yeah,
on
just
a
interesting, like
on a different planet. I love artists like that. You know, I loved what they did. I've always loved what, like, Björk is another one.
Yeah.
I've always loved her stuff just because it's like she'll come out with something and you just think that where artists that not only make new music but they almost reinvent music.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's brilliant. You're going to reinvent music again.
I hope so.
It's there for the reinventing, you know, over and over and over again. Oh, it's brilliant. Where would you like to see yourself then 5 years from now? What's 5 years down the line look like? You're at Wembley, obviously, supporting whoever, you know.
Yeah. I want to be able to like do gigs and like just fill them out. Like, I want to be able to like, I want to be stable without having like a 9-to-5 job on the side, or like, I just want it all to be music. That's my dream. Yeah.
When you play live, do you find a bit of an animal within you? Or do you, you know, because as you say here, you come across as a little bit shy, but not in a bad way. No, not in a bad way at all. But live, do you suddenly feel like I can let go of myself?
Yeah. Well, before I go on, I'm a nervous wreck. Like, I'm so shaky and I overthink everything. It's horrible. And then as soon as I'm on, that all just goes, and I'm kind of, I'm in my own zone, and it's kind of like I just don't care what people think. And I feel like, it's kind of like a superpower. Like, I'm like just able to do whatever, and I like experiment with my voice on stage, and like I do things differently. I really enjoy being on stage because I feel like it's when I'm myself like the most.
Do you get do people ever film you?
Yeah.
And when you watch it, and when you watch it back, are you sometimes like, was that me?
Yeah, I try not to watch it back though, because I feel like I'll get self-conscious. I don't want to overthink it too much, so I kind of just do it, and then. But I feel like at the same time, it's good to listen back to yourself and kind of like critique things, and like, so I can be like the best that I can be.
It's the weirdest thing though for any singer though, isn't it? Listening back to yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
We have said it before on this program over and over again, and it doesn't matter who it's been sat in that seat when we've been talking about it, we've all been there. Especially like when you first go into a studio and whatever, and you sing into a dead mic with headphones on or whatever.
Yeah.
It's different when you can project to a crowd. But it's just like hearing yourself back. It's weird because the way your ears hear your voice is so different from everybody else, and it's just like you have to. It's one of those things that, as a singer, you just have to get used to. Is that actually you have to get used to what other people say your voice is like as much as what you feel like your voice is like. It's just odd. Just odd. You know, you have to kind of trust that it's good.
No, it is tricky because I get scared. Like I'm on stage and I'm giving it all that, and people are just thinking like, "Who's this?" Like you never know, but usually the reactions are quite good, so that's reassuring.
Yeah,
but,
Other than the last kind of question, and I'll let you go, but you've been fantastic today. Other than the confidence thing, which I think is going to come with your, with just the experience and everything else, and certainly Brit School will certainly help you with that. What's the one other thing that you'd love to learn at Brit School about music that you feel like they may be able to teach you?
I feel like I'm missing out on production. And I've been told that we do some production there, and that's what I'm really excited about, because I feel like I'd love to be able to produce, and I feel like that's another thing to add to like my list. So that would be good.
Because even if you then work with great producers over the years, which hopefully you will, who will take it in a different direction, knowing what you can do and what you can't do, and what's how much you could push it would help.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It'll be a good skill.
I think that definitely. Would you love to produce other people's music as well at some point in your career? Would you do that?
At the moment, the thought of that's like scary, just because I don't know what I'd be doing. But if I knew what I was doing and I was good at it, I'd love that. And I feel like that's another thing. Like I could do that on the side and performing. Like that would be great. I feel like that would be.
Well, I think every musician these days, sensibly coming into what needs to be a career and make the money and everything as well. And quite often, musicians have other jobs as well. But the more creative outlets that they've got that they can kind of keep their hand in music and make money from, then the better, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So all of those skills are great to learn. That's brilliant. Ava, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Right. And you're going to come back, hopefully, when you've been through Brit School, you've got the big gig, and everything's happening for you, and we'll welcome you back, and we'd love to know how it all felt going through the experience. That would be brilliant for you to share it with everybody. In the meantime, this has been the wonderful Ava, ladies and gentlemen. We will be putting links to Ava's music out there, so you people now that you've got to know Ava a little bit better, can go and explore her music. If you love it, don't just listen to it and then move on with the rest of your day. Stop and talk to her on the Instagram or whatever other platform and say, thank you. That made me feel this, right? Because that is the biggest payment anyone can ever make to anybody that produces music, right?
Yeah.
That, and if you see her in London soon or whatever, buy her a coffee because it's expensive. All right, in fact, buy her a whole meal. Right, don't ask any questions. Just buy her, give her gift card for Wagamama's or whatever it is. Other food places are available, and she'll just be like, "Oh, thank you," but she will completely appreciate it.
Absolutely.
That's the way. That's the way that the world needs to support musicians. Buy them food.
Exactly.
And give them clothes and pay their rent. It's important. Thank you, Ava. Thank you so much for coming on. I hope you've enjoyed your first ever podcast. Was it all right?
It was great. Yeah. Thank you.
Good. You see, It's not scary, folks. If you just put yourself out there, you can achieve an awful lot.
Go
We will
for
be
it.
back soon with more of my music. But until then, from Ava and myself, thanks for listening. Bye for now.